It was a good show.
That's a great show. I enjoyed it.
Good, just because you weren't there.
I know, asshole.
Buddy, don't asshole me, bud. You could have recorded.
No, not really. Hey, it's 5432. New episode of Take Me Wrestling Podcast here, March 24th, 2022. I'm your host, Ernest E. Christian, alongside Mike Bernier, Shorty Joe Lopez. Fellas, you missed me last week?
No.
Nope. Joe? No?
I mean, I kind of missed Big Jim tonight.
Dick.
Where's Jim?
He's a little tired. Matt bailed on him last minute, so I ended up making an appearance on their show that literally came together in about 7 minutes.
Fair.
I didn't see Tim either.
He was there playing the role of the producer. He was not on camera tonight.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'm back.
Feel free to watch this week's show because during Wrestler of the Week, we literally broke Jim and Tim to the point where Tim had to mute intern Mark for his own well-being.
That's pretty funny. Anyway, this is our second last show before WrestleMania. You guys are out of here for 8 days.
7 days.
As it was recorded, we call it 7 days, right? Yeah.
Yeah, once this drops, because it'll be Friday.
That's true.
Yep.
We leave Friday morning, so it's technically.
Let's want to do a 30-minute podcast. I put it out by before 12 o'clock, and it'll be out there.
Y'all don't tempt me with a good time. Good night, guys.
Anyway, this party started. We got a couple good topics here. We're gonna go WrestleMania heavy tonight. Let's go to my topic. My topic first, actually. Let's go to Mike's topic first. Which one do you do?
I don't care.
Let's do WrestleMania title matches first. Let's do that.
Cool. Let's do it. All right. My topic for this week's show. He already fucking spoiled it. It's what is your favorite WrestleMania title matches?
I'm the host, so I mean, technically, I should be bringing it to you anyway. Buddy,
Bitch, it's my topic.
Buddy, I'm going to say buddy. At the end of the day,
Bitch, it's my topic.
Does it have to be world title matches, or can it be any title?
Any title match.
That's why I interpret it as any title match.
Okay.
The same thing. Who wants to go first?
Go ahead and go first. You can take Savage Steamboat, and we can move on with our lives.
That's on the list. I have more.
Are you also going to take Savage winning the title for at WrestleMania 4? You fucking homo.
No. I do have two Savages matches here, though, but not one. I have
when he fought somebody for the title of Miss Elizabeth's.
Look.
Yeah.
If you're gonna start talking about Randy Savage matches, I'm gonna need to see both your hands in the air.
Let's do. That's it. Let's do. Let me get it out of the way. Savage.
Get it out of the way. Let's go. Clock. 5,
of course, and then of course Savage at Steve-O for the IC title at 3. Now let's get to the fun stuff here.
5.
Well, 5 was Savage and Hogan, and 3 was Savage Steve-O.
Why
the fact that you have a Hulk Hogan match on this list?
Why did you enjoy 5?
It's my favorite WrestleMania of all time. Come on now.
So wait. To be fair, that's actually a really good match. I'll give you that.
The better Hulk
Hogan match quality wise over. I mean, there have been Kurt Angle matches.
The better Hogan title match was the next year against Warrior.
It's on my list too. Number 6. I got about 9 of these here.
All right, let's go.
So, I actually love. You're gonna think I'm crazy though, but at the time, I thought it was a great match. And
buddy, we don't need this to think that you're crazy. We already fucking know that you are. Continue.
Warrior and Rude at 5 as well.
Is that the cage match?
No, that's the cage match.
That was a SummerSlam match.
Okay.
No, that was the cage. The cage match was the year after at SummerSlam for the world title. This is the IC title here. This is the one Warrior lost to Rude.
Well, you hate the Ultimate Warrior, so you're going to pick anything where he loses a title. So, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, of course, because I have. Well, Savage's Warrior would have been on the list, but it's not a world title match, of course. But so,
I'm really highly questioning what your idea of a good wrestling match is.
Well, a combination of good storytelling, some obviously nice, actual wrestling, but storytelling is a big thing for me.
So then how are you putting these matches above, like, my first one that came to mind, which was Kurt Angle versus Eddie Guerrero from WrestleMania, 20?
Yep.
Because I've never seen it before. That's why.
But okay, so ignorance is not an excuse.
Again, we're saying favorite matches. So I can only go based on the matches I've actually watched.
How have you never seen Eddie Guerrero versus Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 20?
Because all he does is watches the fucking 2020 fucking Royal Rumble.
Correct. Number one. Number two, again, that's 04. I stopped watching again. That's probably my 17 years.
Buddy, there's a thing called fucking Peacock. Go fucking watch some goddamn wrestling, asshole.
Okay, so anyway, I got Kofi and Brian at 35 on my list. Is that okay?
I mean, it's not like it's a great match and it's a great story. It's not better than Kurt Angle versus Eddie Guerrero from WrestleMania 20.
You're probably right. Again, I've never seen it before, so I can't go on.
Okay, wait. Okay, so let's go into the realm of matches that Ernest has actually seen, and I know for a fact that Ernest has seen. Hold on.
Let's make this easier. Ernest, what from WrestleMania 1 to what? WrestleMania
19.
So you watched 1 through 19, and then you've watched.
I watched mostly 28 through present.
So you're gonna tell me that Ultimate Warrior versus Rick Rude is a better championship match than Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon at WrestleMania 10 for the IC title?
No, it's not.
So then what the fuck are we doing here?
He's saying give favorite matches.
He's not listing them in order. He's literally just listing off his favorites.
Oh, you think the order? No, hell no.
So you'd say is Shawn versus Razor on your list?
Yeah.
Okay. So you'd say that is equal to Ultimate Warrior versus Rick Rude.
Favorite matches, not best matches. The topic was favorite matches.
Correct.
But what makes that your favorite match? It's like I don't even remember that it happened.
Oh well, I mean that's
the fact that Warrior lost the IC title is what made it his favorite.
Too. Also, I watched it in real time. It's a shock. No one doesn't lose that fucking match. You know. I do have another HBK match here though. HBK against Diesel at 11. The only good match in the entire.
That match was god awful.
You think it's an awful match, really?
That fucking whole show was somewhere between hot and garbage, and that's offensive to hot garbage.
That show was fucking awful. Sans that match.
Okay, shameless plug. I was on 3 Count tonight, as I said. Go listen to that because Jim's topic is if you could save 5 WrestleManias and 5 only, what are the 5 that you would save? Producer Tim, during the show, reversed the question and said if you could erase one WrestleMania from the history of WrestleMania, which one would you eliminate? And I was the only person that did not pick WrestleMania 11 at first. My answer was WrestleMania 2000 because that show is
that's the Grizzly shits. That's a bad. At least 11 gets mentioned.
What's worse, Ernest's list or the fact that the main event of that fucking show had all 4 McMahons in a corner and went 38 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, I don't remember WrestleMania 2000. Honestly, I don't remember it at all.
It had one good match, and it was the 3-way ladder match between the fucking Hardys, the Edge and Christian, and the Dudley Boys.
And I watched that one live. I actually watched that.
Literally watched the table disintegrate into about 7,000 pieces.
That wasn't that Mania. That was the next one.
Was it? I thought it was 2000.
Mania 17. TLC 2 was Mania 17.
So
I'm aware.
TLC 1 was at SummerSlam.
But they had a ladder match the year before.
Google.
I looked at the card when I went over it because I said the only thing that I remember that was halfway decent was the ladder match, and then I remember Tim looking up and going, "Yeah, we watched a table explode into like 7,000 pieces when they pushed Matt Hardy through it." Because they set the structure on top of the ladder with a table.
I mean, I'm getting word for it. Yeah, I don't remember that. Damn.
Because Edge and Christian are standing on the thing and they push Matt Hardy like off of the structure, and he goes through the table and the table just basically implodes.
Okay.
That's the only thing I remember really from that show.
I got Piper from 8.
Piper Brett?
Yep.
All right, that's not a bad one.
Title.
That might be the best IC title match in Mania history.
Better than Steamboat and Savage?
Yes. Steamboat Savage is overrated. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. It's a great match. It's overrated.
It's a great match because it was the first match in WrestleMania history that was great.
Bingo.
So it becomes
the benchmark.
If that match happens at Mania 8,
7,
doesn't
matter.
It's in the conversation. People are like, "Wow, that's a great match," but it's not remembered. It's remembered so strongly because it came so early. It was way ahead of its time.
And WrestleMania 1 and 2 were filled with dumpster fires. So literally, it was the first great wrestling match in WrestleMania history.
And stayed that way for a while because it's not like Mania 4 had anything great on it.
No, the next year was the Mega Powers exploding, and that match wasn't all that great.
Right.
So your next great match is probably what?
6? Hogan and the Warrior?
Yeah, but that's more the spectacle. That's not even the match. If you're saying from an in-ring perspective, the next is probably Brett Piper.
It's probably Brett Piper at 8. Yeah.
Because I mean, when you look at it, 7 was the one where they were supposed to be at the LA Coliseum and they weren't selling tickets, right?
Okay, wait. From an in-ring perspective,
Warrior Savage is fantastic.
Warrior Savage at 7. Yeah, that match for unexplainable reasons.
Correct. So you go Savage Steamboat, Savage Warrior, Bret Roddy were the first 3 like great in-ring WrestleMania matches.
And Mania 8 is kind of the turning around point because as far as I'm concerned, and this is obviously on my list for your title matches topic,
Sean Tito?
Flair at Mania 8. That is far and away one of my favorite matches probably of all time, let alone on WrestleMania.
I was going to ask you want to do a watch along with that in the next couple weeks, you and I.
I'd always be down for that. I literally love that match. Everything about that match is amazing to me. Savage was really kind of the MVP of WrestleManias in those early years.
The first 9, I would say he was Mr. WrestleMania.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then he got saddled with Rush.
Well, no, because he actually was he on commentary for WrestleMania 9?
He was.
Yeah, he was on commentary for 9.
Okay,
and then
so literally the first 9 WrestleManias, he had an integral part in pretty much a match or a spectacle on every show.
Yes.
After like 3 and on, he wasn't on 1 or 2, I think.
And then he wrestled, and then WrestleMania 10, he wrestles the half of Crush still alive, even though I swear to you, they're both dead. No, he's the half that's dead. Is Crush dead? Who's dead?
Crush is dead.
Adam Bomb is still alive.
I'm still alive, buddy.
I still call shenanigans. Mandela effect.
By the way, Savage did wrestle 2 as well, so it gets George Animal Steel, which was also a title match.
Oh, that's right. It was.
Yeah, I have
storyline too.
I have Roman and Lesnar at 31 on my list too as well.
Oh, the one where Seth cashed in.
Correct. It's 31, right? I believe, right?
That's
WrestleMania play button.
31, yeah. You think I'm crazy for saying this though, but despite the injury, HBK Austin in 14 was actually really good, considering these situations.
That's not a good match.
Not a bad match, actually.
Yes, it is.
Buddy, Sean couldn't get it out of second gear. That's how bad his back was.
Yeah.
Literally, that match got saved by the whole DX Tyson thing.
Yeah, that was all story. That match was all story.
You could tell Sean was not anywhere near in shape to have that match. You could tell he was hurting so bad.
And I thought, I thought he did a good job considering the situation. No
doubt. I'm not going to take away from the job that he did, but again, we're throwing out here like, you're right. I can't question what your favorite is and what I can question what makes something your favorite, but I can't question what your favorite is. For me, my favorite matches definitely are based around kind of match quality and stuff. And like Shawn and Austin, memorable, big moment. Mike Tyson's there, all of that. Not a great match. Not one that I would sit here and be like, oh yeah, I love that match. But I'll give you this. I don't know that I can name anything else off of Mania 14 that I'd say was better. That was necessarily a great card.
Rock and Shamrock was actually fairly decent.
But how memorable is that?
It's not memorable though.
Honestly, you know what's funny? If you really think about it, the WrestleManias during the Attitude Era had the exact same problem as the first 5 or 6 WrestleManias, which is there's nothing really that incredibly memorable. Like on paper, it all looked great and it all made sense at the time and the storytelling was there. But at the end of the day, it wasn't anything that you actually wrote home about. Like there's a drought there between because around Mania 13, you've got still Brett and Austin, you've got stuff like that. And then you're not really having anything match quality wise that's that incredible until 17.
I feel like all the best matches really, even that era, was probably from the SummerSlams and the lower, pay-per-views.
Yeah.
You know,
I'd agree with that.
the last one, quick list. The last one here I have is Rock and Austin at 17. Obviously.
I think that's the best match in WWE history, personally, but that's me.
It's up there. All right, you want to go? What the hell is that, Mike?
No, it's not my favorite match in WrestleMania history. Let's put it that way.
Okay, give me your list, Joe, real quick.
Huh?
Oh wait, you don't have a list. I forgot. What am I doing?
No,
here?
why would I put together a list? But I've already named 8 matches that.
Yeah.
Honestly, that are all thrown together and better than your list that you took time with. So.
All right, Mike, go ahead.
Wait, you know what match I would throw on to?
What's that?
The IC title ladder match that Zack Ryder won a few years ago.
Dallas.
That's a great fucking match.
30 or 32?
Dallas.
Is Dallas 32?
I don't remember. All the numbers kind of blend together at this point.
It was either 31 or 32.
31 was San Francisco. So.
Then it was 32.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, on that match, and again, there have been so many incredible ladder matches in WrestleMania history, and I think that one is low-key one of the best ones. It might be, it's not the best, because this is the world where you've got the first ever Money in the Bank match, you've got the TLC 2 match from Mania 17, so there's stiff competition, but I think it's a solid number 3 in terms of ladder matches behind those two.
Okay.
I'll take the IC title match from WrestleMania 10, the ladder match.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot that one. Okay, so it's a solid 4.
You did say that already. You did say it.
No, but he's saying in his ladder match discussion.
In the ladder match, WrestleMania ladder match rankings, which could apparently be its own whole thing. Got my IC title match at number 4 because you got to put Shawn and Razor ahead, obviously.
So I'll take that match. Obviously, I will take the TLC 2 match from 17.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed this match. It's not a favorable match to some. Give me the Brock Lesnar Kurt Angle WrestleMania 19 main event.
Okay.
The next year, give me the World Heavyweight title match that was won by Chris Bowflex between him, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels, the triple threat match.
Okay.
At 20, I enjoyed that match. Moving into the years that we went or have been going, obviously the Ultimate Heist with Seth cashing in Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Because Brock and Roman were actually having a really good match before the cash in, and then it just got better with the cash in. I will actually, and it's fine to call me crazy. Give me last year WrestleMania Night 1 main event. Give me Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair.
That's not crazy.
Right. Yeah.
I'll do that. That was a great fucking match.
That was.
You know what? I add one more. Fucking the triple threat last year too as well.
The triple threat match was too much with Ronda.
No.
I think he's talking about the Edge, Roman, Bryan.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, please don't
great match also. I love that one too.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to that one being on a short list. I will put the Savage Steamboat on my list because it is the first great WrestleMania match.
Mm-hmm.
And it will always be the measuring stick for early WrestleManias. Mm-hmm. So you have to give credit where credit's due there. Do I think that it gets put into the conversation of the Rock Austin conversation that it doesn't need to be in? Yes. But it shouldn't be in that conversation. I'm going to go I'm gonna go a little weird here, because this match was 3 times better than the match they had the year before. Twice in a lifetime. Give me The Rock versus Cena for the world title in New York.
Okay.
I really enjoyed that match. Rock didn't get hurt halfway through it too, so that probably helped.
Right.
Yeah, definitely take that. The problem is there's just so many shit matches in the middle of WrestleManias that it's like, once you get past 10, like nothing from 11, 12 is okay. Nothing really stands out.
Iron Man match, no.
You can't tell me that there couldn't have been more falls in 60 minutes.
Right. That I agree with you on. I do think 12 is a little. I think that match is a little overrated too.
Sure. I would have probably put the Chris Jericho, Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit Eurocontinental title triple threat match, the 2 fall match, except for the entire match got 9 minutes, and then I had to sit through a 37 or 38 minute main event that included the fucking Big Show in it.
Oh God.
Trying to think if there's any that fun match, really fun match. Wrong guy won this match. Give me John Cena versus Rusev from WrestleMania play button with the fucking tank.
Oh, for the US title?
Yes. That was a good match. Rusev should have won that match, though.
You know, nothing John Cena, nothing Randy Orton. None of their matches really particularly stand out to me in recent memory. WrestleMania.
The Rusev one is the last Cena match that really stands out to me.
Okay.
Like, it was the 2 at The Rock, it was Rusev. But other than that, it's like...
Well, it's interesting, though, because, like, those are guys who have gone into many a WrestleMania defending some sort of championship. Randy Orton has literally gone into WrestleMania having held every single title as of this year, going in as the Raw Tag Team Champion. So it's kind of crazy that I can't necessarily think of a single one of his title matches. Randy Orton's had some great WrestleMania matches, but none of them were for the title that I particularly remember.
He's also had some god-awful ones, like the triple threat match against Legacy and that fucking match against Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania Roller Coaster in Orlando with the fucking maggots in the ring.
Both of the Bray Wyatt matches he had. I mean, talk about a bad series.
Obviously, Kofi Mania is on my list.
Of course.
Yeah.
Let's be real. I already mentioned the Miracle on Bourbon Street. See, this is one where I kind of wish like we would have had, and I mean we technically could do it like next week or the week after. Like we should come up with like a 8 match bracket and do like the greatest WrestleMania title match of all time.
It's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
I mean, I'll tell you this much, and spoiler alert, and Joe can be mad at me for this one, and that's fine. We ranked the Rock Austin matches on 3 count tonight.
WrestleMania ones?
Yes.
I ranked them last year too, actually. I'm not sure it's on this show or on my podcast. But I did do it also too.
We ranked them.
I guess. Yours?
Sure.
I'm gonna say 17 number 1.
Okay.
Let's say 19 number 2.
Okay.
And 15 number 3.
15 is definitely 3rd.
Yeah, it's shit. Broline shit.
I actually have 19 as number 1.
Ooh, that's interesting.
I like 19 more than 17 because 17 was overproduced at the fact of fucking trying to turn fucking Austin heel and aligning himself with Vince McMahon.
Mm-hmm.
The problem was that was never going to work. Austin should have, and Austin has said this himself. I should have called a spot in the ring where I just fucking gave Vince a stunner, fucking double birded him, pinned Rock, win the title, and then just fucking walk out and say fuck both of them. He shouldn't have, because at the end of the day, A, you're in Texas.
Right.
In Houston, number 1, yeah.
B, you have gotten everyone to fall in love with the fact of you're the guy who can go into work and kick your boss's ass and not get fired. Now you're aligning yourself with him for some fucking reason?
Was there any scenario you thought that made The Rock win that match?
No.
Okay.
No, I actually thought when that match happened that Austin was going to win because Vince was going to come out and it was going to backfire and cost The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
That's the way I went into it whenever I was a kid, is I thought, oh, here comes Vince. He's obviously going to try to screw Austin, and he's gonna try to help Rock, and Rock's gonna take the chair shot, or Rock's gonna get fucking blasted by something, and then it was gonna be stunner, he pins Rock, walks out with the title, bam bam, game over. But yeah, no. 19 will always be a match that when I can watch it, I will, because, and me and Joe have talked about this.
In hindsight too,
But I'm saying, even watching that match, not knowing that was the last time that Stone Cold was going to step into a ring.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we went back and rewatched it and watched it with knowing that was the last time he was stepping in a ring, knowing that was, one last round.
Different.
Say again, Joe?
It's different.
Yes, it does.
Because you see him walking around, and you see him, taking in the crowd and doing things that he normally doesn't do at WrestleMania matches. So to see that, like, now you're just like, he knew he was done. He knew that was closure. He knew that was the last chapter in the book. So I'll always take that one when I can watch it. But yeah, no.
That match is underrated though. That match is very underrated. In fact,
I personally feel like 19 is vastly underrated as a show combined.
19's or I said this on the podcast I think last year. 19 is arguably the best card of names in the history.
No. Because you had an Undertaker and Nathan Jones tag match against the Big Show and A-Train, and the Miller Lite Catfight girls were on that show. Buddy, you can't give me fucking names and go with fucking Nathan Jones and the Miller Lite Catfight ladies. You can't. You just fucking can't. Because here's the thing: the best one on paper is Kofi Mania, because your main event is Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair. Yep. It's Daniel Bryan. It's Kofi Kingston. It's Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins to start the night.
I'm going to honestly argue, too, WrestleMania 28 on paper is kind of fucking insane. You've got Chris Jericho and CM Punk. You've got Triple H and Undertaker in a Hell in a Cell match with Shawn Michaels as the referee. You've got Rock and Cena. You've got, that's a sick card. I'm pretty sure that had a Money in the Bank match on it. Like,
the other one from a name perspective that I come back to, and this one shouldn't surprise you both, but I mean for current day, obviously that one in Miami is the one. It's not last year's, it's the year before. It's WrestleMania Pandemic.
Okay.
You have, Asuka, you have Alexa Bliss, you have Becky Lynch, you have, Daniel Bryan, you have Kevin Owens, you have Seth Rollins, you have Kofi Kingston, you have Goldberg, Undertaker and AJ in the Boneyard match, Charlotte Flair, Bobby Lashley, you have Otis and Dolph, Edge and Randy Orton in the Last Man Standing match, Bayley.
Can I pivot my topic tonight so we can make this an all WrestleMania show?
Yes, please.
Oh, wait, hold on. I feel like I said that yesterday, and I got booed out the building.
You did. I never said anything, but you did say that, so, like, I'm going to go with it.
What is the topic? Oh, wait. Oh, so wait till we get to the topic.
Yeah.
Okay.
This inspired me.
Yeah, so that's the... I think I'm good on title matches. I think I would actually have to go back and, like, read the results of everything and go... Because the only other thing...
Let's do that in a couple weeks. Let's do that. A little short bracket on that for a topic.
Yeah, because I mean, we can do an 8 or a 16 and do it in one night. We don't have to. I will tell you this. I need to go back and listen to 2 weeks ago 3 count. I think, because I think I came up with a tournament idea that we're gonna do with them.
You did.
Oh, I did. It was greatest.
Was the belts?
Ugliest title belts, which we're gonna do eventually. The one that I want to do with them is greatest wrestlers to never hold the world title.
That's a great one.
Because we were literally talking and we listed off like 8 names without actually looking at rosters.
Hall, fucking Roddy. I mean, Jesus, it's easy.
DiBiase.
I mean, Andre, technically, I guess. Andre did have for like 32 seconds.
What we said was if it was sanctioned by WWE, it counts.
Yeah, it's in the books.
It's in the book. So Andre is ineligible.
I swear
Bulldog never had the world title.
Right.
Like, there are a bunch of guys that you look at those rosters and you're like, this motherfucker never held the world title. What the fuck do you mean?
Yeah.
Right. I agree. All right, let's get to my topic here. My topic is very simple, obviously. Just want to look at same WrestleMania theme here, of course, and obviously Joe's gonna bring the WrestleMania topic in to make it the WrestleMania show. My topic is this: it's very simple. What main events, past main events of WrestleMania, would you change the result to, and why? I guess you want to put why. Go ahead.
Then when you say main event, it's got to be like the last match on the show specifically.
Last match, or at the very least, world title match. Because obviously the way they do things now, present day, the last couple of years is a little bit different from the classic, main event and on the cards. You know what I'm saying? A little different these days.
Well, because world title match is easy, right? Booker T wins.
Correct.
The most obvious one. Booker T
Correct.
beat Triple H. That's the way the story was built.
19.
The fact that he didn't beat Triple H was ridiculous.
Yes, Ernest, 19.
Okay, right.
But in terms of the actual final match on the show, main event, I don't know that I can think of one that I would definitely change.
I have one.
What is that?
You're not going to like this answer, but it's the answer I'm going with.
Let me see.
Is it Savage?
Ted DiBiase wins the world title at WrestleMania 4.
Actually, I had that right on the list too.
Okay. All right. At least the Savage Homer can agree that DiBiase should have walked out of the tournament as champion.
Because the next year, Savage won, kept the title on 5.
Well, I don't give a shit about 5. DiBiase should have won the title at 4 because I think it would have gotten his character over more because he had the way he would have gotten there.
I feel like if you place Mania 4 20 years later, that does happen.
Oh, 100% DiBiase walked out with the title.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other one involving Hulk Hogan, and this one's not going to be as friendly.
9.
7?
No. 6.
Hogan keeps it?
Yep.
I feel like Hogan respect
Warriors title run was as it could have fucking been.
Totally agree, but I think people appreciate Hogan for another year or two because of it.
I think Hogan retaining it there and losing it to somebody else at SummerSlam that isn't fucking Warrior then gets over whoever Hogan drops to because Warrior didn't need the title. No. Warrior was already like the second favorite to every fucking kid that came to a wrestling show ever.
Arguably 1B because
that's what I'm getting at. So when you have 1A and 1B fighting for the title that neither one of them need,
right?
Warrior probably shouldn't have even have been in the fucking title match against Hogan. It should have been somebody else, and Warrior should have retained the Intercontinental title against somebody earlier in the night.
It should have been Hogan and Perfect, honestly, in that Mania.
Sure, and if you put the title in Perfect, another guy who never held the world title.
Yep.
It gets him over to a whole nother level.
Agreed, definitely. I have DiBiase on my personal list.
I will say a title match that should have changed, and this because it's twofolds. I would have had Luger beat Yokozuna at 10, and then Brett beat Luger at 10.
So
okay,
but wait, so Luger beats Yoko in the first match,
and then Brett beats Luger, and still walks out with the title at 10.
Okay. So Luger holds it for fucking 2 hours, and then
Sure, and you could have gotten there by having Yoko snap and beat the fuck out of Luger, and Luger comes in fucking hurt, and Brett slaps the sharpshooter on quickly, wins it, and then you could have a summer feud between Luger and Hart, and let Yoko go get in shape or fucking go do whatever the fuck he's gonna do, and have something that had decent wrestling matches. Instead, Luger's gone.
Wasn't it a thought?
Okay, wait. I got one for you. All right, you ready?
You got a list there, or you just making them up as you go along?
No, I'm doing a little research, trying to remember, and I got one for you here.
Okay, brother.
Roman Reigns shouldn't have beat the fucking Undertaker in the main event of that one WrestleMania when it really just didn't matter anymore.
33?
Yeah.
I'll give you one more. Bray Wyatt should have beaten Taker at WrestleMania play button.
Yeah. That's the thing.
I know that wasn't a main event, but that was a match that Bray should have won.
But fair. But that's the thing. At the point when they've already ended the streak to Brock, It didn't even fucking matter anymore.
Which, by the way, no matter what you say, that was the right call. If he was losing to anybody, Brock Lesnar was who he should have lost to.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. But I'm just saying, once you've done that, now it becomes about who would get something out of beating The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Bray Wyatt gets something out of that. Roman Reigns fucking does it. All we ended up getting out of that was one of the worst fucking main event matches in WrestleMania in a long time. That match sucked.
Not bad, huh?
That
Hot
match
garbage.
was awful. The only cool part about it was afterwards when we all thought we saw The Undertaker retire, but it turned out he's like the fucking band Kiss, and that was only his first out of like 85 retirements.
I will say this, another main event that I would have went a different direction in. I would have had John Cena drop the WWE title to Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 23.
Okay.
I would love to see if you can get another title run beyond the one he won at Survivor Series in 2002 in the second run stint.
Cena was one of those guys where the title wasn't necessary.
At that point, anyway? Or...
Dude, the guy was the fucking most overact in the fucking company. Didn't matter. He didn't need the world title.
Right.
I
have Savage winning 5, and I have to my surprise some of you guys here. BK being Diesel 11 actually. I was so done with the Diesel experiment by that time. I was like, let's put the belt on fucking Shawn and see what happens. Try it. Of course, I do it a year later, but still.
Okay, I've got one here.
But
it's the one person who I would have had end the streak instead of Brock Lesnar. And it would have come...
Shawn Michaels saving his career?
No.
Okay.
It would have come quite a few years earlier than when Brock did it.
Was it an actual match, though?
It was an actual match. It was a main event. It was a main event match.
Batista?
Nope. Edge.
Oh.
Okay.
Edge at Mania 24. Title versus streak. Edge also had a streak at that point. Edge had also, as far as I remember, never been defeated at WrestleMania going into that match.
Including side matches, right?
Like, that could have been a legitimate passing of the torch moment. And look, Edge got there. Edge obviously has become one of the most famous wrestlers of his generation.
Funny.
He's a Hall of Famer for a reason, all of that. So it's not like he didn't get there, but man, he could have gotten there that much sooner if he had been the guy to beat The Undertaker at like Mania 24.
That made sense though, honestly, because what happened after.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I'm not angry at Brock being the one who did it, but I'm just saying there's a universe where Edge did it at Mania 24 and became that much more of a mega star in this industry.
That's actually the first WrestleMania I watched in real time. I was 30. I had watched in a number of years, and I remember saying to myself at the time, like, Brock should win this match, and I think it would be great storytelling if Brock wins the match at this point. And of course, it set up the stage for what we saw after that, dominant SummerSlam against Cena and everything else. It was great storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I have one that's an interesting one. It's not a main event, but it is for a title. It's one of the women's title matches. I would have changed the outcome to WrestleMania 34.
who was in that one?
I would have had Asuka keep her undefeated streak and defeated Charlotte Flair.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
100%. 100.
So I will definitely tell you that's where I'm at on that match, 100%.
10. I would change 10 altogether because I would change 10 because that 10 was shit altogether.
That's why I said I would have had Luger win the title.
Yeah.
I apologize. 9.
Oh, that clusterfuck?
Yeah, that shit.
You know what? But that's kind of really good storytelling. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, it was just a clusterfuck.
Hate Hulk Hogan all you want. Hate, it was not great wrestling, but it's a great story. I'm not mad about it. I'm not. But Mania 9 is low key one of my guilty pleasures.
I wouldn't have changed the outcome of either of these matches, and this is no offense to who main evented that show, but I would have switched a couple matches. I would have closed with Kofi Mania.
That'd been awesome.
Yeah.
I would have put the women on earlier, and that's no offense to the three of them because the three of them busted their ass, and that was a fairly good match, especially from Ronda, who is kind of greener than the color green. So you got a good match out of the three of them, but the moment with Kofi winning the title was so much bigger than anything else on that show. And if
Yeah.
we would have closed the show with Kofi walking up the ramp with his kids and and Woods, it just would have been such a moment that's how you wrap up WrestleMania. And that's the moment that you remember is Kofi with his two sons with the now really brought out WWE title now that the Earth title's gone. And that's how you close the show. I think and again, no offense to Becky Two Belts, because they ended the show a very good way there as well, with her walking out with both titles. The finish to that match was a little bit of a fucking clusterfuck. The roll up that no one really thought was going to end the night, that we were like,
Well,
what just happened? Oh shit, she won. Cool.
8 hours later.
That's the problem sometimes when you think about these matches. They're long as fuck.
Yeah.
Speaking of title matches, I would have had Rusev win the fucking US title at WrestleMania. Go back to that one.
Yeah. Alrighty. Anything else? Want to get to the next topic?
I'm trying to think before we move on. Because I hate WrestleMania 2000 with a fucking fiery passion to no fucking end. I would have had anybody not named Triple H walk out of that Fatal 4-Way as the champion.
Fair.
The Rock won.
I don't care if it was Foley. I don't care if it was The Rock. I don't care if it was Big Show. Anybody but Triple H.
The Rock won that match, right? Should we clear it?
No, Triple H won that match. No nuts.
Oh shit! I forgot.
I would have anybody not named Triple H walk out with the title. Oh, fucking Rock won the title, right? Why would I fucking say anyone but Triple H if Triple H won the fucking match? Are you fucking kidding me right now? God bless America. It's literally like slamming my head into a wall. Also, I may have, and this is going to be shocking, I may have changed the fucking outcome of the fucking Iron Man match.
That Brett win?
I would have had Shawn win in regulation and not have to go to a fucking extra fucking 7 minutes.
Oh, I can see that. That was kind of BSy.
And I also would not have fucking main evented Bam Bam Bigelow versus Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah, I think that's valid. Although I guess you didn't have anything else on that card that was.
I mean, I also would have had Hogan's Flair main event WrestleMania 8, and not fucking Sid Justice versus Hulk Hogan.
With fucking Papa Shango and the Ultimate Warrior doing run-ins.
It took to WWE 16 WrestleManias to actually have a heel main event.
I also would have had Piper retain against Brett at 8.
Fair. Any more main matches though? Like, because that's since Ernest was.
Well, I was looking at title matches at that point.
Okay.
I think we kind of.
No, right. No, but I was just saying though, that was the first WrestleMania, if I'm not mistaken, that a heel actually won in the main event.
You know what? I do have one more, and this might be the most controversial one, and this might be the one that we talk about for a few minutes. Fuck it. Andre should have won the world title at WrestleMania 3.
If he wasn't so fucking sick, and that could have been the time they would have done it.
You let him win it from fucking Hogan to do a tournament the following year. He should have won the fucking title at 3.
We know why it happened when he did, obviously. But
you can sell me that bag of goods all you want. The question is, if you would have changed an outcome of a main event, what would you have changed? I would have had Andre leave the Pontiac Silverdome with the title.
How you book next year into 4?
How do I book him into 4? The same fucking way.
You do the same match again in 4?
No, you get to the tournament. Because here's the thing. At 3, his health wasn't in shambles. By the time he got to 4, his health was fucking red alert fucking critical.
Mm-hmm.
So you still put him in a match at 4. You put him in a match at 5. So if he wrestles 3 matches from WrestleMania to WrestleMania to keep the title, he fights Hogan at SummerSlam, he fights a fucking one-off against somebody and whatever, and then he fucking wrestles on Saturday Night Main Event. We get the fucking the evil referee come out. You do the same thing that DiBiase paid him off so that fucking Andre could keep the title, because Andre was going to give the title to DiBiase in the main event at WrestleMania 4, because that's who he was going to fucking pick to fight for the title, and he was going to lay down and let DiBiase pin him. And they find out that that's going to be the case. They strip Andre. You go right to the fucking tournament. Savage or DiBiase wins. DiBiase wins the fucking tournament because he pays off somebody to get a bye. Savage has to pull fucking quadruple duty. He's fucking fresh. Savage is fucking dead. He beats Savage. He walks out. Savage wins the title 6 months later. That's how I would have gotten through fucking WrestleMania 3 and 4.
Not terrible. Not terrible at all.
Because you're not asking Andre to go out and have matches every night. They're not touring like they did in the 90s, in the early 2000s. You're asking Andre to show up to a Saturday night's main event once every couple of months, and you're asking him to show up to 3 pay-per-views. Hell, put him in a tag match for half of those. DiBiase, Andre, and fucking Haku versus Hogan, Warrior, and fucking insert random face here. I don't give a fuck. You could have gotten it where Andre wins the title and makes that moment so much more.
When I was putting on the list here, I was concerned that angle, but I was like, I couldn't get away from the Andre being sick thing, and that's like, I don't know how you do that. Now, if Andre was healthy, he's a fucking.
If Andre never wrestled another match after WrestleMania 3, I would have looked up and said, no, you can't touch that match. That match was the way it should have been.
Right.
But the fact that he wrestled multiple times and won the tag team titles afterwards, like, okay, we could have gotten to fucking WrestleMania 4.
Right. All right. Joe's getting the topic. Close it up.
So Mike was talking earlier about something or other, and this is what made me think of this. And I was gonna say, I'll do it next week, but fuck it, all WrestleMania topic, right?
Oh yeah.
Favorite celebrities and celebrity uses at WrestleMania history, and there's a ton of them.
Pete Rose, man.
Single WrestleMania's got its JTT.
Pete Rose, man.
Or Jake Paul, or who do we got this year? Fucking Logan Paul. We've run the gauntlet of Paul brothers.
Celebs in any role, right? Any role. Any role
Celebrity, whoever you think has done it best. And if you want, throw in and done it worse.
Pete Rose was fun. Pete Rose was fun at 14, especially. Getting fucking tombstone by Kane.
Yeah.
That was great. I love Bob Uecker. I mean, you had to be an 80s kid to really understand how big a deal that was, him being in WrestleMania 3 and 4. Let me see.
Mike bringing up the Miller catfight girls made me think of this.
Yeah, wow. Vanna White actually is, as a kid at 8 years old. I mean, it's like, oh, damn. Who's hotter, her or Elizabeth?
Oh my God, you know what? Low-key might be my favorite, though.
What?
Do you remember WrestleMania 8 with the guy who hosted Family Feud doing, like, the intros?
Oh, Ray Combs.
And tag match and just like fucking tearing to shred all of the heels. That might be my favorite for like not really, but maybe, honestly, because I loved Family Feud at that time. I remember watching it like every day after school when he was the host.
Oh yeah, him and then Richard Dawson before him.
Yeah, so. I never watched it that much when it was Dawson, but I watched it when it was this dude.
Yeah.
What was his name? Ray something.
Ray Combs.
Ray Combs.
He committed suicide 2 years later, I think.
Depressing.
Yeah. Wow, that took a turn.
Sorry. I mean, facts. I'll tell you. One of my all-time favorites from 5, Morton Downey Jr.
That's a good one.
That one with that whole spot with Roddy and Brother Love, and that was fantastic. Morton Downey Jr. was actually pretty big back then, back in 88, 89. So yeah. At the time, it was a big deal.
Yeah. And you can throw musical guests on here as well.
Fucking what they're, fuck.
You about to say the Backstreet Boys?
I heard that.
You really? You started to say back?
No, I was fucking. Damn it.
Musical. Well, Aretha 3 was a game changer for me.
I was gonna say, can I give credit because of the backlot brawl between Piper and Goldust? Can I give like a special shout out to OJ because they used the film from the OJ fucking chase? That's where I was going. And I was gonna say backlot brawl, which was what Impact called it, and then I think WWE called it a parking lot brawl. That's why you heard back, and I was just
Got you.
where am I going with this? And I just fucking froze. Fuck.
Aretha Franklin at 3.
Boys and Men at the one in Philadelphia.
15. Yep.
I'm not the biggest metal guy or whatever, but Motorhead that one year was pretty awesome. Was that 17?
Yes.
Correct.
That was awesome.
I love Lemmy.
I mean,
It was him.
Fred Durst and Limp Bizkit playing Undertaker to the ring.
Yeah.
At 19. Other favorite of mine, and this one's gonna be a one that I hold near and dear to my heart. And I don't know why I hold this one near and dear to my heart, because I didn't get to see it happen live, because it was the WrestleMania where there was only one fan, and that was Rob Gronkowski, the 2-night host of WrestleMania Pandemic.
But that's legit.
He was awesome. I would have loved to have seen him do it live.
Yeah, exactly.
He was good in that role. And I think he ends up coming back once he officially retires, by the way.
Oh yeah. I can see that.
Maybe not in a full wrestling capacity, but I could see him coming and doing like commentary on NXT Bioluminescent brand or whatever.
See him doing like the Pat McAfee thing.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Least favorite, Miller Lite Catfight Girls.
No.
They're on that show a lot. We watched that show recently, me and you, and they're on that show too damn much. Another one that I wasn't a fan of, Snooki, because I had to sit through a fucking Snooki match at a WrestleMania.
But remember, like, the low-key awesome moment where she broke out that, like, flipping...
Back handspring?
Yeah, whatever the fuck that was.
Buddy, it was only...
What to call it.
Buddy, it was only cool because she's, like, 3'7" and it looked like a fucking rolling hairball.
Yes, it's like if your wife did it. It was honestly, like, very unexpected and awesome. I have to give credit where credit is due. As a 12-year-old, I thought Jonathan Taylor Thomas at like WrestleMania 12 was the coolest thing ever.
12 or 11?
Wasn't he at 12? No, it was 11. You're right. It was 11, and also Pam Anderson and what was it, Jenny McCarthy?
Yep.
Like basically, if you were even a C-list celebrity and over the age of 10, you might have been on this WrestleMania. What do you guys think about Lawrence Taylor?
I was a Giants fan. I liked it, of course. You know.
Here's the way. Out of all the celebrities who have wrestled at WrestleMania, who do you think's been the best?
Bad Bunny.
Ooh.
So impressive.
That's probably the right answer.
Who else wrestled? I mean, Floyd did the thing with Big Show. I didn't see it.
Floyd had a good match. Floyd and Big Show had a good match. They put together a good story.
Yeah, they had a great match. That's something that you can't say often about the fucking Big Show.
You're right, exactly.
I think what celebrities fought before. Does Butterbean count? No, really? No.
Oh God, Butterbean counts, and the only good thing was that fucking Bart Gunn got fucking knocked the fuck out.
Right. Trying to think. I mean, Mike Tyson's involvement in 14 was cool. The whole lead up to that, it was cool. Trying to think what else that stood out really.
I'm trying to think of like when did like the celebrity matches really start.
Lawrence Taylor might have been the first one.
He was.
Yeah.
And then like we didn't have one for a while.
No.
Like Snooki's the next one that I remember.
That's 10. That's at least 10 years, not longer.
Buddy, that's 16 years because Snooki wrestled at 27.
There you go.
There's actually been a ton of celebrities who have wrestled at WrestleMania.
I'm actually going to go back and look. Greatest celebrity to wrestle at a WrestleMania is The Rock, by the way, guys. Go fuck yourself. He left to become the greatest actor of all time and then came back. Fuck y'all. It's The Rock.
That's valid. He literally wrestled after becoming the most famous like movie star of all time.
Yeah.
And he went 30 minutes twice.
Gotta give him credit.
I'm actually going through the cards right now and seeing if I can find another time a celebrity wrestled, or how many wrestled in between Snooki and Bad Bunny.
There was definitely. Does Aki Bono count as a celebrity?
Oh God, that was so bad.
It was the fucking sumo match.
Are we allowed to call Ronda Rousey a celebrity?
So I'd argue for her first like Mania, yes.
30, 34 or whatever.
Yeah, like the tag match with her and Angle. I'd argue that was kind of a like guest spot. But since then, she's become just kind of part of the roster.
Oh, I think that's it for me in terms of like.
I will say this about celebrities. Lawrence Taylor may have been the first. Bad Bunny may have been the best to do it at WrestleMania, but there's probably someone that I would take over him celebrity-wise in a match.
Who's that?
Joe actually may know the answer to this one. I want to see if he can guess it before I give it away for free.
Was it someone who appeared at one that we went to? Did they appear in a wrestling role?
He wrestled a match.
We saw them wrestle. Male or female?
Male.
Huh. Sports celebrity or like celebrity?
Actor. Also, WrestleMania 34 guest appearance by Nicholas.
He's not a celebrity. I mean, he probably was the next day in 8th grade, but
Exactly.
shit. What famous? Because like Stephen and Milne never wrestled at WrestleMania.
No, I said not WrestleMania. I said Bad Bunny is by far the best.
Oh, so was it Stephen and Milne?
It was.
Okay.
I liked his match more than I did the Bad Bunny match.
Oh yeah, I'll give you that. That man was a natural born wrestler.
Yes, and that match was a one-on-one singles match where he bumped and did fucking flips and didn't have fucking rest holds, nothing. He literally just fucking went for it. So yeah.
Green Arrow, I expect nothing less.
Oh, I didn't expect anything less. I'm just saying, when you don't have a active wrestler to go out there and take all the bumps for you, like, it's pretty fucking impressive that you're doing a whole fucking card where you're taking bumps and shit.
You ever notice that Ernest looks sad when we're not talking about Randy Savage?
Did you ever know that Ernest looks sad when we're not talking about something that he knows? Which is a lot.
Somewhat. I'm trying to think of those stories though. See a lot.
By the way, guys, we have 2 weeks left for Wrestler of the Week, not one, because next week's show happens on the 31st of March, which falls in the month of March.
Oh shit!
We don't fly out till April Fool's Day. So when we recap WrestleMania and our trip, we'll also have to do the voting for month and the beginning of the month of April. Just giving you guys a heads up.
Well, I suspect it'd be mostly a lot of WrestleMania influenced.
For the first week in April, yeah, probably. Unless the Revival win the ROH World Tag Titles, and then
potential Ring of Honor stuff there, and
there's also some of that like Mark Hancock show and stuff, because there's still a lot of stuff going on. So I mean,
is New Japan doing anything that week? Because like this time last year, Will Ospreay became champion.
I actually think they have a show in Japan, and I know they have a show in Texas.
Okay. Oh really?
By the way, go watch WWE Evils. This came out today. Really good shit. I've
heard good things. I have my own concerns about a certain episode that I don't know if I want to watch though.
What is that?
There's a certain episode I might fade.
Which one?
The Sasha Banks one.
Okay, I saw the Hulk one a little while ago. If we came on here, really
There's
good.
someone that makes an appearance in there that Joe and I.
He's still a dick?
Know of. No, God.
Who?
Rick O'Shea. Just being funny.
Who's the person that you've heard all those great stories about from NXT? They were in front of us in line at Revolution to get in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that person makes an appearance on the show talking about the Sasha Banks thing. So I might fade that episode. We'll talk about it off air.
Okay, I want to hear about it. I want to get nosy.
Yeah, he doesn't want us to get, I don't know, booed by their parents.
I just don't want to fucking give that person any more fucking clout. I mean, whatever.
Let's go to the week then, I guess. Then
hold on. What the fuck is this?
What?
Somebody just put out a tweet earlier today. Ernest, you may have seen it.
Okay.
Wouldn't be surprised if Tom Brady didn't play for the Buccaneers next season, but played a little bit further south.
There's been a couple like Miami Dolphins like thingies floating around the last couple of days. That's not gonna happen, dude.
We also didn't think fucking Tyreek Hill was going to end up there either.
Well, I mean, that's more of a contractual. We can't come to a deal. Let's trade you out of there now, or we can.
Okay, if they offer them like fucking like a second and a third round draft pick for him, the fuck are you hold on to Brady for?
Brady Miami? I know you tried one time allegedly. By Belichick twice a year? With that receiving squad? Ooh. And he fucking do work wonders with that fucking team.
Can be entertaining. All right, let's get the wrestlers of the week. Let's do it.
All right. Let's go first.
I will.
Go.
My first nominee for wrestler of the week is the new Progress Wrestling World Champion. I will take Jonathan Gresham.
Black guy, right?
Yep.
Shut up, Joe. My number one, I'm gonna take Kevin Owens. That intro was fucking sick. See him coming out to the ring, fucking that's all Steve Austin. His fat ass comes out there. Say Frank. Oh no, it's Kevin Owens. So KO number one for me.
My number one is the tag team that won the Crockett Cup. That is the Briscoe brothers. Jay and Mark.
Give me the team that won the Dusty Classic Female Edition. Give me Io Shirai and Kaylee Ray.
Good one.
Okay. I'm gonna go the guy that had a pretty sick swanton fucking flip off the fucking ladder, or all it was on Dynamite last night. Give me Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Harvey.
I mean, if Jeff Hardy's gonna make your list every time he jumps off of something, we're gonna be here a while.
Parkour.
Am I up?
Yep.
All right, give me the still reigning and defending NWA World Heavyweight
fuck
Champion,
this guy.
Matt Cardona.
Fucking clown.
That is the NWA champion to you, sir.
The NWA fucking clown. Give me the real best champion in NWA right now. Give me the NWA Women's Champion. I will take Camille.
Yo, not for nothing, but that was the best women's match I've seen in a year. That three-way on that show for the women's title, best women's match I've seen since Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker like a year ago.
Yeah. All right, give me Mr. Bay himself, Adam Cole.
What did he do?
Beat Jay Lethal. Then he
Buddy, everybody's beaten Jay Lethal since he came to fucking AEW.
And he stole fucking Paige's title last night. Peru. Man, I could go Brock also too, doing the fucking spot last week on SmackDown. Fucking behind the scenes with fucking truck. Fucking from Roman's truck and taking the fucking door off. You know, fucking go. You ready to put in Adam Cole?
No.
Put in Brock Lesnar. Fuck it.
Okay. Joseph?
I don't know. Who else did anything impressive this week?
You watching wrestling this week?
Yeah, I watched the Crockett Cup.
Homicide won the junior title. Grayson Waller and Solo Sioka qualified for the ladder match.
I'll take Homicide. I'll continue my NWA run for this week.
Homicide.
All right. Nominees for this week: Kevin Owens, Jeff Hardy, Brock Lesnar, Jonathan Gresham, Io Shirai, Camille, the Briscoe brothers, Matt Cardona, and Homicide.
All right, so got one more week of March nominees.
I also now have to go back through here because Matt Cardona's now been nominated a second time and highlight him so we know.
You know, it would not be a conversation about Homicide if we didn't say, in all sincerity, fucking Lariat.
Sorry. I'll get that one out.
Fucking Lariat.
All right, guys. Any final thoughts to get out there?
I have, for no good reason, I've started to watch WrestleMania 24, and I'm gonna continue that after we're finished here.
Yeah, go. As I just said, watch WWE Evil. It's pretty good shit. For Hogan episode's the number one, the first one, and it's really good. So
what is it about? I don't understand.
it's the biggest heels in history, and just gonna break it down. So there's Hogan, got Flair, got the Miz, you got. So it's pretty good shit. Miz is next, number 2.
But like, what is it? Like, what is it about? Like, just them?
Them turning heel, basically.
Right.
Oh, so it's all like heel turns.
Right. Correct.
That's interesting. I will check that out.
So, like I said, I watched a Hogan episode like a little while ago before I came on air. It's really good. So,
I love that too.
Thank you. Mike, anything else we go?
Follow me at They Call Me Burn. Do all the fun shit that we talk about here on the show. And as always, Ricochet is still a dick. I ordered my t-shirt today.
Did you?
Yep.
Good job. All right, fellas. Let me go edit and put this out for the masses.
Sweet.
See you next week for WrestleMania preview.
Yeah.
Yay. Bye.
Bye.